Hi guys, welcome to IMHO.
In my home of sexual opinion, I'm Auntie Chan.
I'm Dobby Lynn Cartwright.
And I'm Alexis P. Bevels. The P stands for Peloton. What are you? A bike? A computer? Pick a lane!
Okay.
Very angry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well.
And today we're reviewing episode 2 of
Slag Wars.
Wait, Chan, do the thing.
Oh, Slag.
Alexis, yours is not a harmony.
Should it be higher?
Yeah,
no,
do higher.
You're good. Oh, okay.
Higher?
Do higher.
Slag. You can't.
Slag Wars.
Slag Wars.
It's the problem. The problem is when we all try to sing at the same time, Zoom cuts the audio.
Right.
So this
Yeah,
was a
'cause
bad
there's
idea.
lag
My
time.
bad. Oh my gosh. Hi, you guys.
Hey.
Okay, quick update. Life update. How have y'all been doing? What's going on? Anything new to report?
Sir, we're talking about Slag. We're talking about H word. We're talking about Hinge. I'm downloading the dating apps. The dating apps, very, very, kind of hopeless, kind of all over the place because, in the age of COVID, dating is virtual.
It's
so
bleak.
you matching with someone and then initiating that conversation feels like the date has already begun. You know what I mean? It's a lot of pressure.
Is Hinge, is that Tinder or what is Hinge?
Hinge is like Tinder, but it's a bit more relationship oriented, I think. It's more for people that are looking for partnerships. And I think that's like leading up to a hibernation season. It's kind of what I'm looking for. Hi.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I love the name. I love a door hinge. You can't have doors without hinges. I mean, you can, but it'll look ridiculous.
Well, no, that would just be a
hole in the wall.
offense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see a special guest star in one of your Hinge suitors photos?
Okay, so my friend was swiping through Tinder. And
that wasn't
he sent
you?
me a screenshot. No. This was a friend of mine sending me a celebrity spotting. And you know how there's the classic trope of the drag queen picture where it's like the guy, he's like, to add some spontaneity, like guess the story behind this picture. There's always like a drag queen picture that's a trope. Well, Miss Darby Lynn, I don't know what year that could have been, but your body was slamming. You and Christian look good in that picture.
Oh, girl, that was a good body. That was I could drink beer and still like fit into the tiniest shirts. I definitely don't have that body anymore. But that was a dog day thing that I would do at Bar Redacted. And it was always my favorite event, but it was always like really excited to be there people who just wanted a lot of pictures. And I was like, you really want your picture of me with like a dog? You want a picture of me holding your dog? And they'd be like, yeah, absolutely, Christmas cards. So I'm just trying to help people find love through animals, not with animals, because I don't think that's legal anymore.
Pictures with dogs was another image I saw a lot of swiping through.
That's like allegedly on straight Tinder. It's pictures of dudes with like tigers. So
And fish.
yeah,
right?
and fish.
Fish.
And fish. So you're like a tiger or a fish, Darby.
When Curtis and I started dating, like literally 6 months into our relationship, he's really into fish, right? Like he has a bad taste in music. He had this old t-shirt that had the fish logo on it. The shirt was covered in holes and it was dirty and like it just was not wearable. And so I surprised him by cutting off the fish logo and sewing it onto a pair of shorts because he liked to wear like exercise shorts so he could have that while he exercises. He got so mad. I mean, threw the shorts at me, locked himself in his bedroom. I still, to this day, he's never worn those shorts. I wear them now.
the pain, the hurt.
Because you cut off his precious shirt.
I guess, well, all I did was remove the armpit stains and the holes. I guess I did take away too many holes. He is a top, so I think that makes sense. That one's on me.
Well, Speaking of responsible holes, let's get into this episode of Slag Wars. We start off.
No. We cannot begin until we all acknowledge that you cut your own bangs. You have queens gambited your bangs.
Well, this episode is about kinks, and my kink is chess. So I decided to do a little kink. I love chess. If you didn't know, the pieces, the way they move.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite chess piece? What do you identify the most with?
Oh, I like the Jester. That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
That one kind of goes like.
For those of you who don't know, jesters are the free space, like a bingo card. The jester, you just kind of move them around.
Right. Pieces. And it's actually it's made of silly putty, so you can like stretch it and like move it around, and you can like the other one's queen or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
You are
Stretch Armstrong. Stretch Armstrong. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Banks. I apologize.
I want to start with the episode opens with kind of a getting to know you vibe. People are having their, touching moment. We hear some things about Nikki. We hear some things about Gustavo. Would you tell your parents if you got on a show and like were leaving for a couple of months to never be heard from?
I wouldn't tell them what the show is.
Yeah.
I would just say I have to be away from my phone because it's just the rules. They understand rules.
Yeah.
I would say, like, Mom, just FYI, I will not be reachable because people are going to be filming me destroying cocks. And I just don't have the time. My
parents, I think they know not to call me. I have to call them.
Well, because you'll ask for money no matter what they call you about. So they're like, I'm sure Alexis is fine. Let's not call her.
Moving on to the mini challenge, they have... completely unrelated, please join our Patreon and support our Venmo at IMHO the show. The mini challenge was ASMR. Now, I've never done ASMR, but I think Miss Chan can speak to this.
Oh, yeah. It's that time of year.
It's that time of year. It's so much fun to spread joy through whispering, through tapping on cans and drinking bubbly drinks. I loved that this was a challenge, the ASMR challenge, like whispering. Do y'all whisper things when you're, doing things?
Yeah.
You know what?
Do you whisper?
Well, it's been a while, but you know what actually is true? I'm going to come out as publicly saying that sometimes when I call Darby for my morning call, we'll just whisper, and that's fun for me. Not sweet nothings, but just whisper.
We do that. Yeah.
That makes
so y'all know something about ASMR then?
Yeah.
Well, I learned about ASMR through your gingerbread house video. I identified with that video a lot. If you haven't seen it, Auntie Chan's ASMR gingerbread house video is perfect Christmas time watching. I hate gingerbread houses. I think it's a scam. They're hard to build. They don't last long. They get hard, so they're not like fun to play with. One of the things that's not fun when it's hard. And people can't live in it.
But you just like build it, take a picture of it, and then you eat it immediately, right? Like that's protocol.
Leave it up.
What?
You eat it?
Yeah, it's
I don't
food.
eat it.
What?
Oh
no. Would you eat a shingle off of a roof? Then why would you eat a gumdrop?
I have had shingles before. Thank you very much. And I know that they are not edible.
I will say with ASMR, very sensual because the synesthesia and the intimacy of someone just being in your ear. Do you listen to like virtual haircuts on YouTube where you just like sit in a chair and it uses the left to right spatial awareness with audio to make you feel like you're actually getting a haircut?
Oh,
that sounds so stressful.
It's really creepy because the hairdresser will go up in your ear sometimes and be like, I'm going to start right here. And he's like really in your ear and he's using like your hearing's like distant. Just give it a try. And if you don't like it, you can pause it and then you can just, throw it away. But give yourself a virtual haircut.
I hate paying for haircuts. So yeah, I'm into it.
It's free.
I've just been letting my hair grow because I don't like salons.
Well, but you cut bangs. You did cut bangs.
I did.
You don't
cut
need
bangs.
a salon.
Levi was actually the winner of this ASMR challenge. I thought everyone did a really good job because part of it was supposed to be funny, right?
Yeah, can we chat real quick though about how that started? The ASMR challenge started with them discussing like Sophie's kind of meltdown at the night before. Like,
Yes.
they open the episode and they don't acknowledge it at all. Levi's still there. We don't know, like, what decision was made. And then Rebecca just kind of goes, okay, that was really tough for her, but I've talked to her. Special guest, here's Sophie. Didn't you want, like, a little more something?
Okay, here's what I wanted. I wanted her to come back and say, I wanted them to be like, you know what? Sophie's right. Nobody's going home. And this is how it's going to work to figure out who wins. Like, I wanted them to turn it on its head and change the whole game.
Yeah, but, like, didn't you think just from a basic standpoint, like, you're watching a TV show and there was no resolution and then
Yes.
boom, they're just playing another game? It's like, can you at least say, like, we didn't end up sending anyone home, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was kind of disappointing to see that they didn't lead that into like a huge change. It was more for a hook on a pilot to make you want to watch a second episode. Because I guess once they get you past the first episode and the second episode, you're like, well, I've already committed this much into it. I might as well watch the rest.
I mean, they're already down to 5 since one got sent home on this episode and then Levi quit,
Spoilers.
which... I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead. Do ASMR. I apologize.
No. I was just gonna say if anyone has any thoughts. I actually thought Levi was the funniest because he made it about what he's good at, which is being a credit card wielding.
Twink.
Twink.
Thank you so
Twink.
much. Thank you.
Well, and it's...
Swag.
That was like part of the fun of it. We're seeing Levi kind of come into his own, and then boom, immediately after, he's like, sorry, I can't do it.
Yeah, that was weird.
You're talking in the backyard to your boyfriend about leaving the show, and then Sophie like wanders into the middle. It's like, tell me what's going on. Like they were like whispering, they were like having a moment, and she's like, I support you no matter what.
Yeah, Levi, it was again one of those weird moments. Levi was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go. And he just left. He won and then he left.
My favorite part of all of that was when Cameron was like, I mean, now I've kind of lost the dead weight. And then he laughed and was like, no, I was just kidding. And I was like, no, you weren't. And I get that.
So they have a photographer come in. His name is
Morris.
And he is their
wah,
favorite photographer
wah,
in the
wah,
world.
wah, 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 wah. Oh.
Actually, I follow him on Instagram. His name is Sam Morris, and I've been following him for years because he is got a huge bulge that he loves to show, and I can say that because
the photographer does.
Because you have one too.
Yes.
As soon as we're allowed to leave the country and other countries allow us back in, we need to go to the UK. There's a lot happening over there.
Mm-hmm.
I need to check in.
A lot of sinning. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
A lot of sinning. We need to spend some time blessing the UK.
Praying, walking around, praying, thoughts and prayers everywhere.
Thank you. Absolutely.
As missionaries.
In missionary position. Other people, I don't have any of these notes, but 2 kink mistresses came in.
Yes, that was Emily and Busty Cookie came in. Kink Ladies of London. This is all about a kinky photo shoot. Kinky stills, they called them.
I have a question. So one is named Busty Cookie, and the other one is Emily.
I can't remember her last name, but
Yeah.
I can't remember her last name, but it was Emily something. I have it.
That's
typed in my
like
notes.
when people have pets, you know, and they'll name one like Snickers or Pebbles, and then the other one is Henry Johnson. You're like, what? Does he have a job? What's Sprinkles up to?
And they were talking about their favorite kinks, water sports, and smothering. And I wanted to ask you ladies if y'all had any personal kinks that you wanted to share or anything that you like, you know, enjoy doing, hobbies.
Well, I already shared mine with the chess pieces. So, Darby?
Oh, yes. Well, mine is also with her chess pieces. No, I'm in sex therapy. I've been very vocal about that. I'm very proud that I have sought that out and that, you know, is working for me. And my goal, kinks, right now, is to just have a very happy sex life. Sex therapy has changed my life. I thought we'd get on Zoom and the first session I would like jerk off for her or something, but no, she's never seen my penis, ever.
Chan, do Do you have any kinks? Do you want to answer that?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, maybe
I
this,
would say-
would this be a Patreon only? How about?
Yeah, let's do
'Cause I'll say
Patreon only,
something-
and then we can answer honestly.
Okay.
Do we have any thoughts on the photo shoot? I thought it was.
Well, let's break down the categories. Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
there
the
were
category.
3 categories of kinks. There was spanking.
Ooh.
There was rope.
Tying them up.
Then there was feet. Feet's a very, very popular fetish. I see a lot of people talk about feet on Twitter. And anytime I see feet pics posted, everyone's like, for free.
It is strange. Sometimes you'll go to Google a celebrity to see them shirtless on Google Images, and then you type in their name, and one of the like searches that comes up automatically is feet. I don't get it, but teach their own, I guess.
Yeah.
I've
that's
been
what
with
I-
someone who has a foot fetish. Like, I've been with someone who like wanted me to like worship the feet. I basically just licked their toes till they told me I could stop. You have to pick one of those categories to do a photo shoot. What would you pick? Chan, go. Oh, Alexis, go.
No, I want Chan to go.
I would do rope. I like rope. Yeah,
Why is
rope.
that?
I would probably do like a cowgirl, and then he would have to be like a little like, I don't know, horse or something, and I'd like tied his legs together or something. Something like that.
Ooh, we love a theme.
Something like that. A little concept.
Yeah.
That's really cute. In that case, I would pick the spanking. Actually,
No.
I missed before pandemic. There was a bar here that they would do Tattoos Days, and we would.
Oh.
Part of it is like you would spank if somebody wanted to. You would spank them with a paddle in front of everyone if they consented, obviously. But that was always really fun.
I would do spanking only because like I've done it. So I have a lot of experience. That's another really weird sex story. I'll tell it on Patreon later. It's a weird one. So we got through the challenge. We saw all the kink. Next up is the elimination, which Sophie is now on board with. And if she's on board, I'm on board.
Absolutely.
You know.
The winners were actually our gorgeous feet models, Nikki and Gustavo. Papi.
I thought all the shots were really great too. It made me think like, oh, do we do enough photo shoots? Us ladies?
No.
Do us girls like pose enough? They really had a concept. I really liked the gender swap or gender fuckery that they went for. I loved that he was flexing his biceps. I thought that was really hot.
Gustavo's hot. He always has
Surprisingly.
something in his mouth.
Yeah, the eating kept going.
Which I
enjoyed.
appreciated.
I like a through line. I think Gustavo and Nikki are standouts. The first episode was so good and we remembered them and we enjoyed them. And then this episode, just the way that they just dove right into everything. Nikki put like his whole foot in her mouth.
Wait, talk about foot and mouth. Did y'all see when they were doing the cocktail hour in the gravel pit, what we call the gravel pit? Sophie was talking to Kevin from Scotland and she was like, "So what are you gonna take out of all this?" And he just goes, "I can rap." And so then he rapped, but they only showed like 2 lines. Sweet Kevin.
Yeah, sweet, sweet Kevin. Well, I think this episode was a good example of not only does he not have a lot of experience in a sexual kind of exhibition, but also he just doesn't have the personality to make up for those holes.
Yeah.
It didn't work. He smiled as a dom.
Yeah, that was a big point
He's
of
so sweet though.
So sweet. Yeah.
Don't you think he's like an adorable like country boy that's
Yeah.
like adapting to the city?
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's like
I love it.
the story.
Yeah. Like he walked in the house and he was like, "What is that?" And they're like, "It's the sink. Like water comes out of it." And he's like, "What?
Where's the bucket? How do you fetch the water? for it?
Where's the hole in the ground? And the water that we have to pray for?" I think we all identified that he was just a sweet, kind person. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like we were mad that he was on the outside of this group. But I think it makes sense for him to go. As sad as it is.
Super sad. And thus ending another episode of... Ready?
Yep. I don't know why I took a deep breath there. I was really nervous. Slag.
Slag Wars.
I think we got
I
it
think
that
that
time.
was
I
good.
think we nailed it.
I think we
I
nailed
think
it.
we all like
I-
bounced around, but we kept a triangle, like an equilateral triangle there.
Oh, you
I think
love
when I
triangles.
edit it, I'll realize how well we had it. And it'll just be me like cutting and pasting. We'll figure it out.
All right, everyone. We are joined with a very, very special guest, returning friend of the show. Please welcome back to your eyeballs, Bambi Banks Kool-Aid.
Period.
We have DJ Bambi Banks
Yes.
on the
Hey,
ones
Bambi.
and twos.
How are y'all? How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming back. I wanted to get you back to talk a little bit about a new exciting venture for you. Do you want to tell us about it?
Yes. Okay. So on the 9th of December, I will be airing my pilot for Bambi Bakes, which is a new cooking show that me and Moving Standard have produced. So if you guys want to go to Moving Standard's YouTube to subscribe so you can like see, we have like 3 episodes going on and a bunch of special guests, and we talk about a bunch of fun stuff. And we also bake a bunch of fun stuff that you can have for the holidays. And you can just add a little cannabis in it. You know what I'm saying? But, make sure everybody knows before you let them have a slice, because we're not trying to do all that. But you can make some really fun treats this winter, and it would be really cute if all of you just, supported your girl.
Yes, and we will put the link to the channel in the description box. So if you'd like to go down there, you can go ahead and subscribe. And we've seen a little behind the scenes, and you looked amazing. I cannot wait for people to see these looks.
Thank you.
And Alexis, did you have anything to do with that?
Alexis?
No.
No, she didn't. Okay.
I got to be there helping a little bit behind the scenes because I did some of the costumes and I got to help out with wigs. But the show is going to be so cool because I also got to try a little bit of the things that Bambi bakes. What did I eat? Peach cobbler?
We had peach.
Or are you saving that for a surprise?
I mean, whatever. The first episode is peach cobbler, and then we have you can save the other treats for later. Did you get to try the other 2?
I didn't stay to try the other 2 because the first one fucked me up so good.
They were so, yeah, guys, these
Ooh.
recipes are bomb. Like, y'all will be zombied out, okay? Because me and Alexis and, all the other girls who, filmed, we all, it was just a fun week because I was just like, where am I the whole time? You know what I'm saying?
It was really fun. And the thing that's so cool about it is, so there's cooking shows and there's drag queen shows, but you actually have actual chefs come on and join you on your show.
Yeah.
And some of these people are chefs.
Yeah,
bakers.
yeah. We tried to make sure that we kept it local, queer, femme focused. So we have a lot of Chicago chefs out here, a lot of people who, already are in the business and own businesses. We have a lot of, special TV guests from other cooking shows coming through. I don't know how much I should release. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much I should say because it's just like.
I mean,
No,
what
that's
you're
a good
saying right
teaser,
now is
'cause I know who
yeah,
it is.
that's a great teaser.
You know,
I think what you're saying now, I'm like, okay, great. Let me see the show. Let me see. I want to watch the show.
So it's gonna be great. We're gonna release an episode every week for the month of December, starting on the 9th at 11 a.m. So make sure you tune in. It's gonna be really cute.
Where did the idea come from for the show? How did you come up with this idea?
So what's crazy is I was actually approached to do it, but it was based off of the last time I was at IMHO Opinion, when me and Auntie were talking about our favorite childhood snacks and things like that. My producer was watching the episode and he was like, oh my God, what if we did a cooking show? And you know me. If Selena Gomez has it, I want it too. So Selena Gomez has a cooking show. I have a cooking show now. And now I am Selena Gomez. And that's all that matters. So please tune in. Bambi Bakes on Moving Standard.
Yes.
Please check out Moving Standard Co. And send me money if you want.
You know what I love about the Bambi Banks?
What?
I love a lot of things about Bambi Banks, but she's got the entrepreneurial mind. I do like that you were dreaming, manifesting, okay, I'm going to make these Bambi bites. And then she went ahead and collaborated with this producer. So
It's true.
I can't wait to see if these Bambi bites are, the thing.
Baby, one thing about me is that I have ideas. Honestly, I have ideas.
Yeah, but you know what?
She
You
does.
have ideas and you actually make them happen. Do you know
Yeah,
how many
me-
promises the IMHO girls have made that we've never come through?
Yes,
And then
girl.
Bambi's like,
Yes,
I'm
girl.
going to start a baking show. And then a month later, she's a baking show.
Period.
You're like, What the?
She calls
what the
upon.
hell?
I mean, you just gotta manifest things, you know. You just gotta ask for it, and you will receive it from the universe. I'm telling y'all, it works. One day I said, "Random money fall from the sky," and it happened. It hasn't happened again, but that one time it did happen was cool, and that's all that matters.
Ooh.
Yeah, it counted.
God.
You got to spend that money, so.
That part.
In honor of you being here and your new show, I took half of a gummy gifted to me by Auntie Chan. Can I say that?
Yeah, it's legal here.
Am I
Yeah.
allowed to talk? And I'm feeling good. It was about
Good.
10 minutes ago.
Good.
That's good. You know, I just smoked a blunt with my sister Kinsey. We stay smoking blunts.
Chan gave both of us like a 10 of the gummies, but I didn't know a lot about it, so I took one, and then I didn't feel anything after like 10 minutes, so I thought, oh, well, it must not be working. So I took a second one.
Oh no.
And they both hit.
Yeah.
And I thought Curtis was trying to kill me. Like, I was like, I think he's trying to stab me. So I didn't tell him that I was feeling that way because I was afraid if I told him,
He would
admit
stab
it
you.
and then stab me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it was one of the most terrifying nights of my life.
Oh my god. Well,
Do
I'm
y'all
sorry.
remember your first experiences with Miss Mary Jane?
I feel like I couldn't tell you my first experience, but I remember very vividly, like, I was actually hanging out with this kid that I went to college with. He was, like, my dorm mate. He was just, like, that kid that had all the weed stuff, like, was the pothead kid. And he had, like, a 2.5-foot bong. For no reason. Nobody buy a bong that big. You don't need it. And we smoked out of it, and like I hadn't smoked out of bongs a lot at that point. Like I hadn't smoked a lot at that point, but like specifically bongs, it gets you higher faster. And I just remember being so high that I was like laying on this kid's bed. He wasn't even in the room, which is the weird part. I was laying on his bed, and it felt like the ceiling was just getting further and further away as the Weezer Lullaby album played. So Beverly Hills was playing on a xylophone. The sky is like fading away, and the other kid in the room is just like giggling to all hell and can't stop. So it was just like it was an experience. I thought I was in a dream, but it was only like 15 minutes. It was crazy.
Is there like stupid question. Is there a particular kind of edible, that won't make you feel like your partner's about to stab you?
There are different kinds. So there's edibles that have THC and edibles that have CBD. CBD is more of like a body high without the like mental high. If you had a CBD, that's probably something that would have helped. Also, CBD is something that you use when you want to bring down your high a lot of the time. I think where you went wrong though is just in moderation. Like you have to know how much THC is in each edible before you take it so that you know how much you need to take.
And I do want to say that, because we talked about the gummies that Alexis and I had came from Chan. Chan did not just give us gummies and walk away. She's like, if you got any questions, you let me know. And my response to, do you have any questions, was, I've eaten gummy bears before. Like, I don't need your help. What are you talking about? And then that's when I thought I was being murdered. So Chan was there for me. I just wasn't responding to it.
Well, everybody is different, and you took 2 of the 5 milligrams, so on 10 milligrams, you wanted to kill Curtis. Everyone has different, or you thought Curtis was trying to kill you.
Yeah.
The paranoia. I think I gave you
Yeah.
sativa gummies, which I probably should have given you indica because that makes you more sedated, and sativa gets your brain a little bit more active. But part of me is like, it was 10 milligrams. Do you have feelings that Curtis is trying to kill you on the regular? Like,
I am aware of what I'm like, so I get that he might want to stab me at some point. Like, I understand why he would want to. That's always in the back of my mind. I want everyone to know where they can find you, because this series is going to be so fun.
So if y'all want to find me, y'all can find me at Bambi Banks Kool-Aid on Venmo, Cash App, and Instagram, and it's Bambi Banks on Twitter. If you want to find Bambi Banks, you can look at Moving Standard on Instagram and also on YouTube. Please like and subscribe, or don't like, just watch it, period.
Yes, absolutely. And don't forget to listen to The Black Tea every week, your podcast.
Oh my God. And also listen
Yes.
to The Black Tea, hosted by me and Lucy Stool. We are on Spotify, we're on Apple Music, we're on a bunch of other things that I don't know about because I don't use them, but look them up.
Bambi, thank you so much for joining us on IMHO. We
Yes.
love you. We'll see you back here real soon, and we can't wait to watch Bambi Bakes on YouTube.
Thank you for having me,
December
y'all.
9th.
Yes, December 9th,
Yes.
11 a.m. Moving Standard, get into it, period. Thank you.
Oh, good. I'm going to start drinking at 11 a.m. instead of noon. I'm excited.
I mean,
I'm gonna
Thank
do
you,
the other
Bambi.
half of this Gumby. Oh, bye.
Gumby. Bye, y'all.
Gumby.
Bye.
Before we go, though, we do just want to say, for those who may have not seen last week's episode, that this month we are doing a month-long donation. And if you did miss our video that showed a little bit more about the organization that we're giving to, we'll play it again now. Chicago Coalition for the Homeless is the only nonprofit in Illinois solely dedicated to advocating for and with homeless people, including families, students, youth, ex-offenders, and low-wage workers. They advocate for a shelter safety net, supportive housing, access to quality public schools, healthcare, and human services. Outreach at 40 shelter, school, and street programs reaches over 10,000 youth and adults yearly. Since 1980, the Chicago Coalition for the Homeless has had a clear mission. They organize and advocate to prevent and end homelessness because they believe housing is a human right in a just society. It is the giving season, so if you can, please give to at IMHO the show if you'd like to give to that organization, or if you'd like to give to us because, you know, pandemic and no job. If you give to at IMHO the show on Venmo and you put for the girls or for Darby or not Alexis, that will go to us.
Hey.
So thank you. Well, you know, we just gotta. Chan's got expensive boobies.
These were the investment, and I do want the return. So please, it's a very cold winter. I'm gonna slip
Feels
y'all
good.
inside here too if you'd like to just jump
Into your neck.
into the neck. It's stretchy. Come on,
It's
now.
like it's like your
I bet
kangaroo
that's
pouch.
so wet. Is that so wet? It's wet, right?
Yeah, a little bit. But y'all like it like that. Y'all like it like that.
Okay. Alexis, you want to take us out?
Yes, of course. And as always, everyone, this is the song that we're gonna end on.
Okay, great. Let's sing our signature Slag Wars song.
Queen's
you
Gambit,
put
my
a foot in
friend.
your
Everywhere
Make sure
to
there's
me.
hose
Keep on
it.
gambling
Fly
to the end.
And you suck it.
Queen's
Everything
Gambit,
I know
Queen's Gambit.
that
Don't
makes
pee in my
me
jeans.
believe I'm not alone.
That was good.
Whoa.
That was good. Solid. Bye.
Ready?
Can we do a vocalized? Because you know how in the show they go Slag Wars. Can we do a vocalized a la Bag of Chips?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Chan, do you want
Like
to pick
what?
a starting note and we'll harmonize? Like a Slag
Yes.
Wars.
Can we do
Sure.
Slag Wars? Can we do that?
That's it.
Mhm.
That's it.
Okay.
I'll do middle.
Mm-hmm.
Slag.
Slag.
Oh, wait, do I hold on to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold
Okay.
on to it. Okay,
And
okay.
then we'll say Slag Wars all at the same time. Okay.
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 This is a practice because we got to do our intro. Okay, go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah.
Sure. Slag.
Slag Wars.
Slag Wars. Oh, I went up. I went up.
No, I liked
No,
it.
that's perfect. That's perfect. I loved it. I love it.